Hello everyone, welcome to this amazing session of PW Gulf. In this session, we will be providing you the strategies and solutions related to stage 2 for Aryabhata Ganit Challenge. So let us begin. Here is our first question where the values of x and y have been provided. Let's see what do we have to find and what's the value of x minus 5. So if you observe your x and y carefully, what you can see is the terms later on. That means this particular term would be the y itself, is it? And when you observe y carefully, what you are observing, can you say that this particular term preceding is x, isn't it? So can we rewrite our equations of x and y as x is equals to root of 2024 plus y, and for y we would be writing y is equals to root of 2024 minus x. Now I need to obtain the value of x minus y. For that, let's do a bit of more things. Let's square on both the sides for both the equations. So herein I'm getting x square is equals to 2024 plus y, and y square is equals to 2024 minus x. Let me subtract x square and y square itself. Subtracting equation 1 and 2, you may name this equation. You'll be getting x square minus y square is equals to 2024 plus y minus 2024 plus x. Okay, you can rewrite x square and y square, x square minus y square as an identity, x minus y into x plus y. You'll be getting x minus y into x plus y equals to 2024 gets cancelled out, positive and negative term. You will be remaining with x plus y or y plus x. It's commutative. Okay, later on you can cancel this out from both the sides. It's similar. Therefore, x minus y equals to 1. Hence, your desired outcome is over here, which is our option B. Moving to the next question. I hope this question is clear to you all. Next question says that ABC here is an equilateral triangle with sides as 6 cm each, wherein you have to find the area of this shaded circle. Can you say that this AO is the circumradius? Why? Because O is the center. O is the center of the circle as well as of the triangle. So, for finding the area of the shaded circle, you have to find the radius first, is it? So, let's try to find out that with the help of circumradius. Ma'am, what's circumradius? So, circumradius would be our AO. Okay. That is equals to S by root 3. Now, our sides are 6 centimeters. So, 6 by root 3 gives you 2 root 3 centimeter. Now to find the radius, what would you do? If AB is equals to 6, AP will be 3. Okay, AP will be 3. Therefore, this AQ will also be 3. So if I subtract AO minus AQ, what I'm getting is OQ is equals to this OQ is the radius of my shaded circle. To find its area is equals to pi r square, which will be pi into 2 root 3 minus 3 whole square. Squaring it, I'm getting 12 minus 12 root 3 minus positive 9. Okay, now solving it further, I'm getting pi is equals to 21 minus 12 root 3 centimeter square. Do not forget, it's the area. Now here I can take common. Okay, here I'm getting few common terms. Which term I could take common? 3 7s are 21, 3 4s are 12. So 3 would be common over here. So I can rewrite this answer as 3 pi multiplied by 7 minus 4 root 3 centimeter square. Now see, compare it with the expression given in the question itself. 3 pi multiplied by a plus b root c. And what we need to obtain is, we need to obtain the value of AC plus b. Okay, so we can compare and obtain the values of a, b and c. Is it? So A will be equals to 7, B is equals to negative 4 and C is equals to 3. Therefore, AC plus B will give you 7 multiplied by 3 minus 4, which is 21 minus 4, your desired answer 17, which is your option A. I hope you all understood this very well. Moving on to the next question. Okay, so here in this question, you have been provided with alpha, beta, gamma and delta, which are the real numbers. You have been provided two relations, alpha plus beta plus gamma is delta, 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma is equals to 1 by delta, and the summation of cubes of alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, now here you have to find the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma and delta. So how would you find it? Here my first suggestion to you all would be to simplify this particular equation. If you simplify it, take the LCM, you will be getting 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma is equals to 1 by delta. By simplifying it further, you will get beta gamma plus gamma alpha plus alpha beta divided by alpha beta gamma is equals to 1 by delta. You can rewrite it in the form of beta gamma, gamma alpha plus alpha beta is equals to alpha beta gamma divided by delta. Now you have to use this equation in two of your identities. I'll be providing you with the identities. Why you will be using these identities? Because straight away you cannot find the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. Okay, so let us use the identity. Here you can see that if you observe this carefully, in which identity you have these type of terms. Yes, you might have thought it right. Alpha plus beta plus gamma whole square. By solving this identity, you will be getting alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2 alpha beta plus 2 gamma alpha plus 2 beta gamma. Okay, now if you take 2 common out of this, you can substitute this. If you want to give this name as equation number 1, you can. Okay, using this over here, see, you have one more thing provided, that's alpha, the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma, that's delta. Straight away write it down, delta square is equals to plus 2 common and the value. You may say by equation number 1. Now see, you cannot solve it further, but you have to find the value of this, like you have to resolve these terms, isn't it? So to resolve these terms, we will be using one more identity. So here I'm making a star mark, you can note it down again. Your second identity would be alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube minus 3 alpha beta gamma is equals to alpha plus beta plus gamma multiplied by alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square minus alpha beta minus beta gamma minus gamma alpha. Okay, now here you may see that most of the terms are being provided to you, is it? See, you have been provided with the value of alpha plus beta, alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube, that's 79507. Straight away just substitute it over here. Minus 3 alpha beta gamma, we'll write it as it is. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is already been provided, that's delta. Alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, you can obtain this, like if you rewrite this question and make alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square as the subject, you will be obtaining the value of it as delta square minus 2 alpha beta gamma by delta. Now see, if I take negative 1 as common factor over here, what I'm getting? Alpha beta beta gamma alpha. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, yes, so substituting the value again, alpha beta gamma divided by delta. 79507 minus 3 alpha beta gamma is equals to, multiplying delta inside the bracket, also minus 2 alpha beta gamma divided by delta and minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 gives you minus 3. You will be obtaining delta cube minus 3 alpha beta gamma delta by delta. Delta gets cancelled out. See, again you are, if you observe this carefully, you are having minus 3 alpha beta gamma minus 3 alpha beta gamma. So ultimately you will be remaining with is equals to delta cube. That means there would be a number, if you take a cube of it, you will be getting 79507. If you take the cube root, you will obtain delta is equals to 43, right? So the value of delta will be 43. If the value of delta is equals to 43, alpha plus beta plus gamma is also equals to 43, is it? Right? Just substitute over here what will be the value of all these terms. Add 43 and 43, you will be getting 86, which is your option D. Understood everyone? I hope this question is clear. Moving to the next question. Now, in this question, you have been provided with the three statements, wherein your first statement says that if x is divisible by 3, 4, 6, and 12, then 3 multiplied by x plus 16 should also be divisible by 3 into 3, 4, 6, and 12. Right? See, if x is a number which is divisible by all the four numbers, if it is maximum divisible by 12, that means it would be divisible by 3, 4, and 6 as well. Okay, that means x would be the multiple of 12. Shall I say that? So let us assume x is equals to 12 and substitute the value of x in our expression. X be 12k. If your x is equals to 12k, if I substitute that in 3 into 12k plus 16, I have to check whether this expression or this number is divisible by 3, 4, 6, and 12. Okay, so taking out 4 common again, 3 cross 4 gives me 3k plus 4, which is 12 multiplied by 3k plus 4. That means this is also the multiple of 12, as I said in the beginning of this question. So 3, 4, 6, and 12 are divisible by this also. Okay, so our statement 1 is true. Second statement says that 13 cube plus 14 cube plus 15 cube plus 16 cube is exactly divisible by 58. In this question, you have to straight away find the cubes, add them, and check the divisibility for 58, or you can divide it and straight away check it is divisible. So statement 2 is also true. Coming to the third statement, it says that 5013 is the least number of 4 digits which, when divided by 5, 7, 11, and 13, it should provide you remainder 8 in each case. Now you can observe very carefully that 5, 7, 11, and 13 are prime numbers. Is it? So if you take the LCM of all the 4 prime numbers, what you'll be getting? You'll take LCM of 5, 7, 11, and 13. You'll get 5005 as your answer. Subtract it, you'll get 8. Is it? So when you divide your number by 5013, you'll get 8 in each and every case. Okay. So again, statement 3 is also true. So how many of the statements are correct? It's all 3 of them. Option D. Moving to the next question. Here, a square is split up into 5 rectangles of equal areas. What's the value of 5 FE plus 2 QR? Although we have a square, but the portions which they are divided into are not equal. See, they are having equal areas, but they might have different perimeters, so we cannot say about their sides directly. So let us assume a few variables with them. Let us assume this as our x here for our GFP, and if I give any variable over here, we have to assume the breadth for this rectangle as well. Let's assume this as L, this as M, and N over here. Now we'll find the area in the form of the variables and compare, and later on we'll find what is the value of 5 FE plus 2 QR. So for the very first rectangle, area will be 3 multiplied by L plus M. I'm naming the equations so that we could easily solve them later on. Second rectangle, it's L multiplied by X. Third, if this whole is X, can I say this is X by 2? This will also be X by 2. So it is M into X by 2 for the middle one and the bottom triangle. So M into X by 2. Third, see, both the rectangles are same. So I'm writing one equation, and for the last rectangle, it would be N multiplied by the whole side. Is it? So it's 3 plus X. It's our fourth equation. Now one by one we need to obtain the variables. So first of all, which two equations should we take to obtain the values? Shall we take equation number 2 and 3? Right? Let's compare equation 2 and 3. By 2 and 3 we are getting that L multiplied by X, or Lx, is equals to Mx by 2. Cancelling out X from both the ends, you are getting a relation L is equals to m by 2. Okay, we will be using this relation later on to find the values. Now, if I compare my first and third equation, I'm getting 3 into, I'm using the relation straight away. M by 2 plus m is equals to mx by 2. See, by taking the LCM, I'm getting 3m divided by 2 is equals to mx by 2. M by 2 cancelled out. So the value of x over here you have obtained is equals to 9. Okay, 3 3s are 9. Now, we have one more relation over here. If you might have observed, it's a square. So the sides will be equal. So 3 plus x is equals to L plus m plus n. Is it? Now you have the value of x. So that would be 3 plus 9 equals to 12. So you have obtained the side of a square. That is 12 centimeter. Okay, that is 12 centimeter if you are keeping it in the centimeter. Okay. Now, later on, can I obtain this L plus m from this particular thing? So L plus m is equals to 12 minus n. Now I'll be solving my first and fourth equation. So here the first and fourth equation will be solved in the way as by 1 and 3 into L plus m is equals to n into 3 plus x. Now we'll be writing L plus m as 12 minus n. 3 into 12 minus n is equals to n into 12. Okay, solving it further, 36 minus 3n is equals to 12n, which will be then n is equals to 36 divided by 15. Solving it further, you'll get 12 by 5. So the value of n you got is 12 by 5. Later on, you'll find the values of m and l. So by finding l and m, you'll obtain the values of fe and qr. See, qr is nothing but it's x by 2 and fe is the value of your m. Is it? So let's find out m from here, number 3 and 4. Okay, so 9 by 2, m into 9 by 2 is equals to 12 by 5 multiplied by 3 plus 9. Therefore, from this you will be getting m is equals to 32 by 5. So the value of m you have obtained is 32 by 5. Can we say your m is equals to fe? Substituting the values in your relation, 5 multiplied by 32 by 5 plus 2 multiplied by 9 by 2. You will be getting 32 plus 9. That is your option number B. It's 41. Moving to the next question. Now here in the question it says that what's the value of this expression such that root 2 plus 1 raised to x is equals to root 5 plus 2 root 2 raised to x minus 2 raised to x by 2. Here what we will do will be solving the question by hit and trial. Is it? We'll substitute the values of x in some ways. Okay. And let's check if LHS is equals to RHS. If LHS and RHS are equal, that means the value of x we substituted by hit and trial is correct. Is it? So, if I substitute x is equals to 1, the basic value, if I substitute is equals to 1, I won't be getting LHS and RHS is equal. Is it? See, you can see verbally, root 2 plus 1 as it is equals to root of 5 plus 2 root 2 minus 2 raised to half. That is root 2. My LHS and RHS aren't equal. So let us substitute x is equals to 2 and check whether I'm getting RHS and LHS as equal. So root 2 plus 1 raised to 2 gives me root of 5 plus 2 root 2 whole raised to 2 minus 2 raised to 2 upon 2, that's 2 raised to 1, keeping it as it is. Here whole square is to be solved. 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 gives me 5 plus 2 root 2 minus 2 because we'll be removing the root over here. Okay, So what you're getting is 3 plus 2 root 2 is equals to 5 minus 2 is again 3. 3 plus 2 root 2. LHS and RHS are equal. That means what we can observe is x is equals to 5. If x is equals to 2. Okay, if x is equals to 2, then we'll substitute the value over here. 2 square plus 2 square plus 2 square divided by 6. I'm getting 4 plus 4 plus 4 by 6. That is 12 by 6 equals to 2. It says option B. Okay, I hope you understood this question very well. Moving forward, the sum of first x odd natural numbers is equals to 841, and the sum of first y even natural numbers is equals to 870. Then we have to find what's the difference of y square and x square. Okay, so here we all know that 1 plus, if I do the summation of odd natural numbers, what I'm getting is 1 plus 3 plus 5 up to n. If I take it's n square, but in our case it's x odd numbers, so I'm taking it as x square, right? And it's already been provided. X square is equals to 841, and for the y even numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, okay, it would go up to on and on, and that is equals to, for even it is y into y plus 1, or in this case the variable is y, so that's why we are taking y into y plus 1, and this is for odd. For x square it would be 841, and y into y plus 1 gives me 870. If I observe both the equations carefully, what can I see? That a number when squared gives me 841. So what can I observe is we are having 29 square as 841, so my x square will be 29 square, is it? And in my second equation, if two consecutive numbers are multiplied, I am obtaining 870. So y into y plus 1 is equals to 29 multiplied by 30, where y is equals to 29 and y plus 1 is equals to 30. So therefore I can just take the values of x and y from here and obtain my relation. Therefore y square will be equals to 29 square, and x square I already have that. If you subtract both the values, you'll be getting b, which is 0. Y square minus x square is equals to 29 square minus 29 square, 0. Okay, easy. Moving forward, now here you have been provided the partial fractions, I must say, the sum of those fractions. You have to fit the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 5 such that the addition of the fraction should be the whole number. Okay, now to obtain, see, and you cannot repeat the numbers. Okay, repetition is not allowed. So you have to put the numbers in such a way that your answer is the whole numbers, and you have to put the numbers in the denominator itself. So first of all, 30 divided by which number gives you the whole number? You can see that you can divide it by 30, like 3, 2 and 5, but let us substitute 5 over here. So keeping 5 in the denominator, 31 is already a prime number. You cannot substitute any of the numbers, keeping it 1. 32 is the multiple of 4, is it? So substituting 4 in the denominator of 32. For 33, 3 is the only number, and for 34 you can substitute in the denominator, like 2 in the denominator. Okay, it's the only number left. Now 30 by 5 gives you 6, 31 as it is, 32 by 4 it's 8, 33 by 3 it's 11, 34 by 2 it's 17. On addition of all the numbers, you will be getting 73, which is your option A. Okay, here please remember one thing: repetition is not allowed. Next question. Now in this question, each of the symbol represents a different number. Right, here you have been provided a few symbols which when added in the form of rows and columns are giving you some numbers. You have to find the missing number over here. So let us assume symbol of circle as x, square as y, cross as z, and tick as w. If you find the values of x, y, z and w, we'll be able to find the missing number, is it? So solving the first and third row, because it's looks similar, isn't? 3x plus y, 3y plus x, it's kind of similar. So 3x plus y gives me 15 and 3y plus x gives me 13. If I add and subtract both the equations, you can solve them by using substitution, elimination, whichever method you want, or you can straight away add the equations, or you can straight away subtract the equation. See what you are obtaining. You'll be getting, if you are adding on addition, you'll be getting 4x plus 4y is equals to 28. When solved it further, x plus y is equals to 7. And on subtraction, you'll be given x minus y is equals to 1. Initially, you will obtain as 2x minus 2y is equals to 2. You'll solve it further, you'll get x minus y is equals to 1. If you solve it further, you will be getting the values of x and y, that is your circle and square. Okay, so here the value for x will be 4 and y will be 3. Okay, that means you have got the value of circle and square. If you have two values with you, can you find the other values? See, if you substitute that in the first column, I'm substituting directly. Circle is equals to x, that is 4, 3, 3. 3 and 3 added 6 plus 4, 10. That means the value of your tick mark is equals to 5. That is w is equals to 5. You have w or tick mark. You can substitute it for finding x. You can find it from here. 5, 5 and 5. 15, 17 minus 15 is equals to 2. So the value for cross will be 2. Okay. Or z you may say, you can use a third variable. See, this is the way I had done it directly. You can solve it by the linear equation format as if we solve for first two equations. Okay. Now, if I know that x is equals to 2 or cross equals to 2, I can just substitute it in my second row and find down the values. Okay. So, this is equals to 3, 3, 5 and 2. Add them up. See what you are getting. 3, 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 2, 13. Which is your option B. Okay. Moving forward. The points minus A and B. 1 minus root 2A and root 2A minus 2 both lie on the circumference of the same circle whose center is the origin. That means, in this particular circle, can I say that A and B are the 2 points, origin is the center? So in this case, the AO and OB will be equal. That would be my radii, is it? So what's the absolute value of difference of two possible values? See, for finding the possible values of A, because the values of A and B are given in the form of coordinates, can we find the values of A by solving it by distance formula? Okay, so let's write it down. I'll be getting OA is equals to OB. I'm straight away substituting the formulas. So, getting 0 minus A square plus 0 plus A square, root of 0 minus A square and plus 0 plus A square. Then next, for OB, 1 minus root 2A minus 0 whole square plus root 2A minus 2 plus 0 whole square. Squaring on both the sides, so root will be removed. I'm getting 2A square is equals to, I'm straight away doing the whole square over here, because if you remove 0 over here, it's totally fine. You'll be getting 1 minus 2 root 2A plus 2A square plus 2A square minus 4 root 2A plus 4. Solving it further, you'll get 2A square is equals to 5 minus 6 root 2 plus 4A square. Hence, solving it further, you'll get 2A square minus 6 root 2 plus 5 equals to 0. Here you have obtained a quadratic equation where you will be obtaining two possible values for A. Okay, so if you split the middle term, you'll get 2a square minus 5 root 2a minus root 2a plus 5 equals to 0. Taking out root 2a common, a minus root 2a minus 5 in the bracket, negative 1 common, root 2a minus 5 in the bracket equals to 0. So possible values for a are 1 by root 2 and 5 by root 2. Here I have to find the absolute value of the difference. So 5 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, it gives me 4 by root 2, which could be again further written as 2 root 2, which is my option C. Okay. The next question says that we are having 3 circles with a center O, P and Q with radius 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter each. Now, they are touching each other as shown. If the area and perimeter of triangle OPQ is x centimeter square and y centimeter, that means we will be forming this triangle over here, OPQ, right? So, what is the value of y by x plus x by y? Okay, so here what we can see is the radius of the smaller circle will be 1. I'm putting 1 over here. The radius of the circle with center P will be equals to 2 and 2. Substituting 2 and 2. And the bigger circle will be having radius 3 and 3. What we are having over here, which triangle we are having? Just have a look at it. It's 5, 4 and 3. And these are the Pythagorean triplets. Also, this would be the right angle triangle. So, finding the area which is x centimeter square, half into base into height, that would be half into 4 into 3 is equals to 6 centimeter square, which will be the value of x, is it? And y is the perimeter. So for y, you will be adding 5 plus 4 plus 3, that's equals to 12. Just substitute the values of x and y, you will be getting 6 by 12 plus 12 by 6, that's half plus 2, 2.5. You already know it's your answer. B. Okay, moving forward to the next question. Let a be root of 1 plus root of 1 plus root of 1 plus, and it goes on and on. So what will be the value of root 2 a raised to 4 minus 2a cube minus 2a plus 2? For this, we'll be applying a similar method to which we applied in our previous question, like in the very first initial question. So can I write, if see a is equals to the expression, so can I write the further expression as a as it is? Okay, so substituting a as 1 plus a, okay, the later expression I'll be writing down it a as it is. Okay, so squaring on both the sides, I'm getting a square is equals to 1 plus a, which could be further written as a square minus a is equals to 1. If a square minus a is equals to 1, I'm writing down. See, I'll be using this particular equation and solving the root over here. From this, can we take a raised to 2 common? Okay, 2a square. If I take 2a square common, I'm getting a square minus a. From the first two terms, I have taken common. So, a square minus a, I already have the value is equals to 1. So, again, 2a square minus 2a plus 2. Again, I can take 2 and a square, a as common. So, what I'm getting is, okay, I won't be taking a common, just 2 will be common. A square minus a plus 2. A square minus a is again 1, kids. Okay, so 2 plus 2, because it's 1 already. So what I'm obtaining over here, it's root 4. It's root 4. Root 4 is equals to 2. That means the value of your expression will be equals to 2. I know you all might be wondering, ma'am, this much solution. Yes, we had to do it. So I hope you all understood up to here. Let us move to the next question. So the next question says that here the addition of A and B is 2023, B and C 2024, A and C 2025, and you have to find the difference of mean, median of A, B and C. So here the easiest method which I could think of is, I'm adding all the 3 equations. That means A plus B, B plus C plus C plus A gives me 24 plus, okay, 2 3 is also there, plus 2025. Okay, what I'm obtaining over here is 2 multiplied by A plus B plus C is equals to, see, you have to add each and every number over here, which will be as follows. Okay, so A plus B plus C is equals to 2, 3036. Now the addition of A plus B plus C is equals to 3036. We know already what A plus B is. That's equal to 2023. You can obtain C from here. C is equals to 1013. You can substitute in either of the values, obtain B and A. So A will be 2025 minus 1013. That's 1012. And B will be equals to 24 minus 1013, that is equals to 1011. That means your terms would be in such a way, B, A and C. If I rewrite this, 1011, 1012, 1013. Okay, here what can I see, that 1012 will be my median. Is it the middlemost term is our median, and when I add them and divide it by 3, 1012 will be my answer. So x bar is equals to 1012, median is equals to 1012. If I subtract them, okay, they are asking the difference of mean and median. Okay, if I subtract them, my answer would be 0. That is C. Okay, I hope you all understood this question very well. Moving forward to the next question. Here, if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then what's the value of alpha plus beta? So initially you have to find the value of alpha beta first of all. That means you have to find the roots, and later on you can find the summation. Okay, so what can I see? The easiest way is, I'm bringing the 19 like terms together. Okay, so 19 raised to x square plus 4x minus 21 minus of 19 raised to x square plus 4x minus 22 is equals to 18 by 19. I can take the least power common. That means 19 raised to x square plus 4x minus 21 I'll be taking common. In the bracket I'm remaining with 1 minus 19 raised to negative 1 is equals to 18 by 19. You can observe this. You can write it as 1 by 19. Is it? So you can take the LCM and it would be as simple as it is. So x square plus 4x minus 21 into 18 by 19 is equals to 18 by 19. Just cancel it out. Now if you are cancelling it out, what you are remaining with, you will be remaining with 1 over here. So a raised to 0 is equals to 1. Can I write that 1 is equals to 19 raised to 0? Okay, so 19 raised to x square plus 4x minus 21 gives me 19 raised to 0. Therefore I can compare a quadratic equation with 0, or I'm getting an quadratic equation from here. So x square plus 4x minus 21 equals to 0. You have to find the summation of roots over here. So why to find the roots differently? You can just use the summation of roots. Here alpha plus beta gives you minus b by a. B is 4, a is 1. So alpha plus beta is equals to minus 4 by 1 minus 4, which will be your option A. I hope you all understood this very well. Moving forward to the next question. Let G be 1 plus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 2 square, and it is going on and on. See, there is a pattern being formed already. So what's the value of 2024th root of under root G plus 1? So here, can I write this as, see, this is 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. Can I write it as 4 minus 1? and 4 minus 1 could be written as, let my G be, see, I'll be writing this question in the steps so you might understand it more clearly. Can I write this 3 as 2 square minus 1? That's why I'm underlining, okay? So it's 2 square minus 1. Now it gets multiplied by 2 square plus 1. It's commutative, right? I can interchange the places. So plus 1, it is giving me 2 raised to 4 minus 1, which will be multiplied by the next term itself. Okay, so now I'm just following the pattern. 2 raised to 4 minus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 4 plus 1. Again, it gives me 2 raised to 8 minus 1 multiplied by the next term itself. See, I'm multiplying two terms, getting the next term. Okay, and I'll just multiply it forward and forward. And then later on, I'll be getting a term as 2 raised to 2024 minus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 2024 plus 1. My last term, which I'm talking about my last term. If I multiply them again, what I'm getting is 2 raised to 4048 minus 1. Okay, this would be my last term. That is nothing but G. This will be my G. Now solving it further, see what I'm getting over here is G is equals to 2 raised to 4048 minus 1. I'll transpose this one on the left hand side. That means I'm getting G plus 1 is equals to 2 raised to 4048. Now students, here I need to take the 2024th root, not the square root, not the cube root. Okay, so taking the 2024th root, 2024 is equals to 2 raised to 4048 multiplied by, see, when you are taking the square root, you multiply the power by half. Here I'll be multiplying the power by 1 by 2024. Okay, ones are, twos are. That means 2024th root of G plus 1 will be equals to 2 square, which is 4. Okay, therefore our desired answer will be option D. I hope you all understood this question very well. Moving forward, the first term of a sequence is 2024. Each succeeding term is the sum of the cubes of the digits of previous term. What is the 2024th term of the sequence? Now in this question, students, we would be going by a bit logic. Okay, here I'll just state the few initial terms and then later on it will be forming a pattern. Okay, let's see what type of pattern. What they have told that it's the first term of the sequence, then each succeeding term is the sum of cubes of digit of previous term. So first term 2024, second term how I'm obtaining is 2 cube 8 plus it's 0 and then it's 64. Then I'll be adding this up to 80. Okay, this will be added up to 80. If they're added up again, 512, that's my next term. Okay, so 80, then 512, and then it will go on and on. Then again, I have to take the cubes of this initially. Okay, 125, 1 and 8. So by adding up, I'll be obtaining the next succeeding term. Now what will happen, students, if you add the terms up to first 10 observation? Okay, you have to do the same practice up to first 10 observations. Later on you will be forming a pattern, right? Later on, whatever digit you see, okay, it will be forming is equals to 371. So it will continue up to its 2024 term, because after first 10 terms there's a pattern formed. When you will be taking up the cubes, adding them to each other, they will be forming 371. So your last term will also be 371, which is your 2024th term. Okay, please find the cubes, please find the first terms by cubes. Okay, and later on you'll be forming a pattern again. Moving on to the next question. Now the next question says here, as shown in the figure, the square consists of 4 congruent rectangles arranged around a central square. The perimeter of each rectangle is 40 and the area of the square ABCD is p centimeter square. Okay, we'll see what we have to find next. First of all, let us solve about the square. It's there are 4 congruent rectangles. The perimeter of each rectangle is equals to 40. What's the perimeter of the rectangle? We could see that 2L plus 2b is equals to 40. This thing is given to us, is it? So If the perimeter is given to us, what can we find next? L plus B is equals to 20 centimeter. That means the addition of length and breadth is equals to 20. If I substitute this as my length, this as my breadth, okay, that would be common for each and every rectangle, is it? So this will also be my length again. From this, I'm obtaining L plus B is already 20 with us. Therefore, we have obtained the side of the square in this case. Side of the square will be 20 centimeter. If it is 20, then what would be the area? L into L, S into S. Okay. Area is equals to side square, that is 20 square, 400. 400 centimeter square. That means you have obtained the value of P over here. Okay, you have obtained the value of P. Now further, the question again is, when the below diagram shows the 5 right angle isosceles triangle, what is the area of all the triangles? That means you have to obtain the area of all the small triangles, wherein they are on the line segment P plus root of P plus 400. If I substitute this P as 400, what I'm getting as 800. Okay, now they are 5 right angle isosceles triangles, so I can say that they are divided. If I divide them, I'll be getting hypotenuse as root of 800 by 5. Is it? I'll be getting the hypotenuse as root of 800 by 5. Now I need the area. How to find the area? Even if I do not know what's the height and what's the base. Now height and base are equal because it's an isosceles triangle. So if I'm taking this as h, this would be also h in this case. So h square plus h square is equals to 2h square is equals to 800 divided by 25 multiplied by 2, wherein you can get this as 400, 4 multiplied by 100 by 25, 25 ones are 4s are. That means your h square is equals to 16. Okay, h square is equals to 16, so your height will be equals to 4. H is equals to 4. Okay, now you have to find the area of one single triangle multiplied by 4. Half into base into height, 8 centimeter square. Okay, now we are having 5 such triangles. 8 5s are 40. So our answer would be C. Alright, I hope you all understood. I'll just repeat the steps again. You have to find the area, that is P from the first case. Okay, you'll be finding the area. If you got P, you just have to substitute the P which is included in the line segment. By substituting it, you have to find the length of your hypotenuse. Okay, if you are finding your hypotenuse is equals to root 800 upon 5, you'll be finding your height and base. Here your height and base are equal, so later on by substituting all the values, you'll be getting 40 centimeter square, which will be the area of all 5 triangles. Alright, moving forward, if 5 raised to x minus 1 plus 5 raised to 3 minus x is equals to 10, then what's the value of the given expression? Here in this case, just think about it. Which values of 5 would you substitute? Which values of x would you substitute at the place to obtain your right hand side is equals to 10? Think about it. Let's substitute 1. See what you are getting. If you substitute 1 over here, 5 raised to 1 minus 1 plus 5 raised to 3 minus 1, will you obtain 10? No, right? It's 5 raised to 0 and 5 square. That's not equal. So if 1 is not going with LHS is equals to RHS, or 1 is not satisfying our equation, let us substitute x is equals to 2. If I substitute x is equals to 2, what I'm getting is 5 raised to 2 minus 1 plus 5 raised to 3 minus 2. That's 5 plus 5, which is equals to my right hand side. That means the value of x is equals to 2 will satisfy my first equation. If value of x is equals to 2 is satisfying my first equation, let us substitute the value of x is equals to 2 and find the value of the expression. Two raised to 3 minus 2. Here it's equals to 0. 3 raised to 0 plus 3 upon 2. 1 plus 3 by 2, it's equal to 4 by 2, which will give you 2. That means the value of your expression which you have been asked is equals to 2, which satisfies your option B. Okay. Moving forward, I hope you all understood this question. Now, here comes the question from probability. In a game, either A wins or B wins, and the probability that A wins is the twice of probability that B wins. But due to some health issues, the probability of A winning the game is reduced by 1 by 4. So now you have to find the new probability of B. So here the question says that P of A plus P of B is 1, right? The total is 1. Now P of A is twice. Probability of A winning is twice. So we'll say 2 into P of B plus P of B gives me 1. Therefore, from here you'll obtain probability of B winning the game is equals to 1 by 3. If probability of B winning the game is equals to 1 by 3, then P of A will be 2 by 3. But see, due to some health reasons, it has been reduced. Okay, it has been reduced by 1 by 4. So, PA dash, your new probability will be that is 5 by 12. Okay, so the new probability for A is equals to 5 by 12. So, probability of B will be 1 minus, that will be 7 by 12. Okay, which satisfies your option D. Alright, moving to the next question. Now, if X is the HCF and Y is the LCM for the following fractions, then which of the following is not true? Now, here, whenever you have to find the LCM and HCF of the fractions, then in that case, HCF will be HCF of the numerators and LCM of the denominators. Okay, finding that over here, you'll get HCF of the numerators as 2, 4, 8 and 6. Like you have to find the HCF for these 4 numbers, and LCM of 3, 9, 27 and 81. So the highest common factor it says over here is 2, and here you have 81. So this will be the HCF, or you may say this is the value of X. Okay. Now for LCM of numerators upon HCF of denominators. So here you will be getting, you have to find the HCF of 2, 4, 8 and 16 upon 3, 9, 27 and 81. This is, I am writing just for your reference, otherwise the formula is already written, you can find straight away. So the LCM in this case will be the lowest common multiple will be 16 and HCF is equals to 3. This will be the value of Y. Now, check with the options. Just substitute the values of X and Y. By substitution of values of X and Y, you will observe that it is not satisfying option C. Okay, it is not true for option C, which is 27X is equals to 8Y. I hope you understood this particular formula. Moving forward, if 3 times the greatest of 2 numbers is divided by the smaller number, the quotient will be 6 and the remainder will be 6. If 5 times the smaller number is divided by greatest number, the quotient will be 2 and the remainder will be 3. So what is the difference between those numbers? In this case, let us assume the greatest number as X and smaller number as Y. So here I am dividing 3x by y, quotient I am obtaining as 6, remainder is also obtained as 6. So my first equation becomes 3x is equals to 6y plus 6. Okay, similarly I will repeat the same thing for second case as well. So 5 times the smaller number. Okay, when it's divided by greater number, the quotient will be 2 and the remainder will be 3. Okay, so my another equation becomes 5y is equals to 2x plus 3. By solving these equations, I'll be obtaining the values or the difference between two numbers, that is x and y. So if you want to take the equations in the general form, you're free to take so. So that will be equal to 3x minus 6y is equals to 6 and 5y minus 2x is equals to 3, or you can rewrite them in their form. So it's minus 2x plus 5y is equals to 3. 3x minus 2x is equals to x minus 6y plus 5y. It's negative y. 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. See, you have already obtained the difference of the numbers x and y. Okay, so that is equals to 9, which satisfies your option D. Moving forward, your next question says, here you have to consider the following expression for the next two questions, wherein you have been provided with p minus a multiplied by p minus b divided by p plus b multiplied by p plus a b sorry. Here in this particular question, you have been provided with the expression wherein you have to solve the next two questions using this. Now, what possible methods you could think of? First of all, let us see for what you are solving this. You have to solve for p square plus ab divided by p square plus n square ab. Okay, now to obtain this expression, you'll have to solve this. Is it? You'll have to solve this. So first of all, let us obtain its multiplication, which will give you p square minus ap minus bp plus ab upon p square plus ap plus bp plus ab. On the other hand, you will be having p square minus nap minus nbp plus n square ab. In the denominator, you are having p square plus nap plus nbp plus n square ab. Here I have used the multiplication of a plus b multiplied by c plus d. You know how the multiplication goes: ac, ad, bc, bd. Okay, now we cannot solve this further directly, right? But in ratio and proportion, we have learned a rule, componendo and dividendo, which says that a by b is equals to c by d. Okay, we have this particular equation. What you will do as a plus b divided by a minus b gives you c plus d divided by c minus d. By using this rule over here, you will be obtaining our expression and the answer clearly by solving it further. So for this expression, your answer is equals to 1 by n, which satisfies your first option. Okay, now by solving it further, what is p equals to? Okay, you have solved the expression by the componendo and dividendo. Found the formula, find the answer for p square plus ab divided by p square plus n square ab. By solving it further, you will be obtaining the value of p, which will be your option B, plus or minus root of NAB. Okay. Moving to the next question. The probability of happening an event E is equals to P of E. So what is the probability that E is not happening? That event is not happening. So for that, first of all, we have to obtain the value of P of E. Is it? So solving it further, how can you obtain 1 by 6? Has anyone thought about it? You'll be forming a pattern, that's for sure. Has anyone thought of it? Yes or no? So can we say that 1 by 2, if you subtract 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. Similar, the pattern goes on and on. You'll be having positive 1 by 3, negative 1 by 4. How this is coming? See, 3 ones are 3, 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6 is in the denominator. Same, 4 ones are 4, 3 ones are 3, 4 minus 3, 1. 12 is in the denominator. So we will be expanding each and every term in this particular format. Is it? So positive 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5, positive 1 by 5 minus 1 by 6. See, we are up to 1 by 30. Now positive 1 by 6 minus 1 by 7. This will be our last term. Now we'll be cancelling out the terms. Negative 1 by 3, positive 1 by 3 goes, positive 1 by 4, negative 1 by 4, plus 1 by 5, negative 1 by 5, minus 1 by 6, positive 1 by 6. So you will obtain half and half 1 minus 1 by 7, which will give you 6 by 7. That means probability of event happening is equals to 6 by 7. So for not happening, it will be 1 by 7. If P of E is equals to 6 by 7, then P of E dash will be 1 by 7. Okay. Other method is you can add them either. Okay, if you do not want to go by this particular formation or patterns, you can add them and solve it directly. Alright, so moving forward, the next question says 2.3456 square plus 0.3456 square divided by 1.3456 square plus 1. See, this seems a bit of tricky, is it? It seems lengthy. Yes, ma'am, it seems lengthy. So, what should we do? Shall we assume a number x, ma'am? Which number will be assuming x? So, that's 0.3456. Okay, later on, if we need, we will be substituting. Okay, but for initial calculation, let us substitute as x to avoid unnecessary lengthy calculation. Here, can I write 2.3456 as 2 plus 0.3456, which I can later on write down in the way of x as well. Divided by 1 plus 0.3456 plus 1. Now we have a whole square. Substituting 0.3456 is equals to x, you will be getting 2 plus x square plus x square, 1 plus x square plus 1 whole square, which will get us 4 plus 4x plus x square plus x square, 1 plus 2x plus 1. 4 plus 4x plus 2x square divided by, okay, here we have to write x square as well because we have expanded 1 plus x whole square. So 1 plus 2x plus x square. So then it would be 2 plus 2x plus x square. See, from the numerator, can I take 2 common? If I'm taking 2 common, see, we still have square over here, whole square over here. Taking out 2 common, I'm obtaining 2 plus 2x plus x square, 2 plus 2x plus x square. I can straight away cancel it out, is it? Because it's in multiplication with 2, so it could be cancelled out. Now I'm just remaining with 2 square, wherein my answer would be 4, which is my option. Ma'am, we didn't need it to substitute it later on. Yes. Okay, so it just made our question shorter. Okay, and we got our answer as 4. Moving to the next question. Now this one is an easy peasy question. The ages of Mr. Pankaj and his daughter and his grandson are even numbers. The product of their ages is 2024. Again, this 2024 number came to us. So what can I assume is that product means x cross y cross z will be equals to 2024. What will be the sum of ages of Mr. Pankaj and his grandson? See, if you try to prime factorize this number 2024, what you are getting is 2 cross 2 cross 2 cross 11 cross 23. Now, how to obtain the ages as an even number? Can I give this 2 to 11 and one more 2 to 23, so that I can obtain the even numbers as the product? Okay, so I'll obtain 2 multiplied by 22 multiplied by 46. It's still multiplied and I'll be obtaining 2024 only. I have just rewritten the numbers. Okay, now can I say that this would be the grandson's age and Mr. Pankaj is the eldest one. So this would be for Pankaj, this would be for his daughter and for grandson. Now we need to check with the sum of ages of Pankaj and his grandson only. So Pankaj's age is 46 and grandson is 2. So I'm just adding P plus G. 46 plus 2 will result in 48, which is my option C. I told you it's easy. Yes, you just have to check with the prime factorization of 2024. Split the numbers in such a way that you get even numbers. Okay, because the ages are in the even form. Alright, moving forward. The next question says that here the square of side length 60 centimeter is divided into 9 smaller identical square. Okay, the larger square contains 3 circles with 10 centimeter, the radius 10 centimeter, 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter. If the total area is a plus b pi, we have to find the value of AB. See, if the square is having side length as 60 centimeter, then this will be 20 each. Is it? This will be 20 each, and here we have to obtain the area of the shaded part, the very first thing. So here I am making this question more easier by writing down area of shaded part will be area of 5 squares, please check this out, minus area of a circle with radius 10 centimeter because it's the biggest circle, okay, plus area of circle with 8 centimeter radius plus area of circle with 6 centimeter radius. Okay, it made our part easier. Okay, now what's the area of 5 square? If the side length is equals to 20, the area of 1 square will be 20 cross 20, 400. 400 into 5 is equals to 2000. So 5 multiplied by area, I'm writing down, area is equals to 40, and for the safer side I'm writing area of a square (400 centimeter square). So 5 cross 40 minus area of radius circle with 10 centimeter as the radius, so that is pi r square. Okay, writing down pi r square, that means pi into 100, 10 square. Here it's pi r square, pi r square, pi into 8 square, pi into 64, pi into 6 square, pi into 36. Okay, minus of 100 pi plus 64 pi plus 36 pi. See, I have already found out the areas in the circles itself. So you are getting 2000 minus 100 pi negative 64 plus 36 also gives you 100. 100 cancelled out. You are having 0 pi. Now this is the area of your shaded portion, which should be actually represented in a plus b pi form. But here, although you can say that your a is equals to 2000, how will you represent b? Ma'am, it's 0. Yes, it's 0. B is equals to 0, and later on what you have been told to find, then you have to find the value of AB, wherein your A multiplied by B in this case becomes 0. Why 2000 multiplied by 0 is 0? Is it? So it's your option D. Value of AB will become 0 then. Understood? Any doubts up to here? I hope everything would be clear. Moving forward, now here you have to consider the 4-digit numbers. And how many are prime amongst them? You have to check that. For checking out the prime numbers, I think you should know, or you might know the formula 6n plus 1 or 6n minus 1. If you check with these numbers whether they satisfy this or not, right? And we have checked all the 5 are prime numbers satisfying this expression. Okay, so all the 5 are prime numbers from this given question. This one was a very easy one, but you should know this one, otherwise you have to check it individually, which would make it lengthier, okay, or time consuming if you do not know this particular expression. Next question says that the HCF of 3 raised to 29 minus 9 and 3 raised to 38 minus 3 square is in the form of 3 raised to a minus 3 raised to b. Then you have to find the summation of a plus b. That means the power of the addition of powers of HCF. So let us try to factorize this. 3 raised to 29 minus 9. I am writing it straight away. It's 3 square. Taking 3 square common, I am getting 3 raised to 27 minus 1. If I check it more, it will be 3 square. Now see, I cannot apply directly. Any formula could not be applied directly. So let me apply an identity which says that a cube minus b cube gives me a square, a plus b multiplied by a square plus, okay, it's negative, right? So here it would be a minus b. A minus b multiplied by a square plus ab plus b square. Okay. So 3 raised to 27 minus 1. But if I want to use the identity, I have to convert this into the powers of cube. Minus 1 cube. Okay. So 3 raised to 9 minus 1, and then later on a square, that is 3 raised to 18 plus ab 3 raised to 9 plus b square, which is 1. So here I have factorized my first expression. Second expression will be 3 raised to 38 minus 3 square. Similar, taking out 3 square common, I'll be getting 3 raised to 36 minus 1. We'll see that this is forming 3 raised to 18 whole square, like a square minus b square. We'll be writing this expression in the form of a square minus b square, which is 3 raised to 18 square minus 1 square, which could be written as 3 square common. You're getting 3 raised to 18 minus 1 multiplied by 3 raised to 18 plus 1. Rewriting this again, I'm getting 3 square, 3 raised to 9 square minus 1. Okay, so again a square minus b square I'm having. I'm directly writing it down. 3 raised to 9 minus 1, 3 raised to 9 plus 1, and then 3 raised to 18 plus 1. Now from factorization of both the expression, what you might observe is here I'm getting these two terms as my HCF. 3 square and 3 raised to 9 minus 1. Simplifying it forward, 3 square multiplied by 3 raised to 9 minus 1, I'll be getting 3 raised to 11 minus 3 square. Okay, so here 3 raised to a minus 3 raised to b we have obtained. Therefore, we have to find a plus b, is it? So 11 plus 2, which is a and b, gives us 13, which will be your option A. Okay. All right. I hope you all understood this. Moving to the next question. It says that let m, n, p and q be 4 positive integers such that m plus n plus p plus q is equals to 100. If s is the given equation in front of you, then what is the number of possible values of x? That means how many values of x you can obtain, wherein you can just substitute the powers in, of course the addition of the powers would be 100. So here can we consider a few cases? Yes, of course. See, I will be starting with the initial example first of all. If you say minus 1 has the power of 1, the answer will be 1. If you say minus 1 will be having the power of 2, the answer will be positive 1. That means when a negative number is having a power of odd number, the answer is always negative. And when the negative number is having the power of even number, the answer is positive. So let's take the cases with respect to this thing. Okay. So let's take our case number 1. When our m, n, p and q all are odd. Okay. I'll be giving you one example to think as well. Let us consider, see, this is very random example. Okay, you can take any numbers if you want. You can take m as 25, n as 25, p as 25 and q as 25. All are summing up to 100. Okay, and all are even odd as well. Okay, so case 1, I have taken odd numbers. I have given you the examples as well. So if you substitute minus 1 raised to 25, minus 1 raised to 25, what's the answer you'll be getting? S will be negative 4. Is it? X will be negative 4. You can change the numbers. This minus 25 or 25 as a number, I have taken it for your reference only. Then your case 2 says, when your m, n, p and q are even numbers, okay, you may consider is at 20, 30, 20 and 30. They are even numbers. Okay, this 20, 30 numbers are just for your reference. If I am like taking the power as an even number, my number, even though I am having base as negative number, the result will be positive. Okay, so in this case, s will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is positive 4 over here. And case number 3, then what if we take 2 powers positive, 2 powers negative? Yes, you can take that. Giving you example, 25, 25, 10 and 40. 2 are odd, 2 and even. Okay, sorry, not negative, positive, odd and even. Case 3 is odd and even. Like 2 of the powers you might take even, 2 of the powers you might take odd, or vice versa. Okay, so in that case, you'll be getting SS minus 1 plus minus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That means S is equals to 0. So are there any more cases which you can take rather than odd, even and both together? No, is it? So there would be only 3 possible values of S, which satisfies your option C. Okay, moving forward. If a number 4, 3, 2 and 7, 8, 9 is divided by 13, then the value of n will be, here you can just go with the options, just try to substitute the value of n is equals to 1, 0, 5 and 3, because the divisibility in examination would really go very lengthy, okay, and it would consume a lot of time of yours. So here we have checked by substituting 5 at the place of n, the number would be divisible by 13. So your option C will satisfy your answer, and moreover 4, 3, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 divided by 13 will, like, you can divide it by 13. Okay, moving to the next question. Here the question says that the perimeter of square ABCD in the figure is 80 centimeter and the perimeter of equilateral triangle is in the form of m plus n root p, where p will be the prime number. So what is the value of m plus n plus p? So again, by the given thing is perimeter of a square, you have to find the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, and then you have to compare it to find the values of m, n and p, and then later on answer would be found out by that. Now here, as the perimeter of the square is equals to 80, so the side will be 20 centimeter each. Is it? Side is equals to 20 centimeter each. To find the length of the side of a triangle, what should be done? See, I know this DC. If I find this FD, if by chance I get the length of FD, I will be finding the length of my triangle. Okay, side of my triangle. Now what I know is, because this is an equilateral triangle, okay, because this is an equilateral triangle, all of its angle would be 60 degree each. Is it? Angles would be 60 degree each. So if I am considering this angle as 60 degree, this AD will be my side. So in triangle AFD, I am considering theta as 60 degree, the length of AD is 20 centimeter. Can I find FD? Yes, by applications of trigonometry, I'll be doing 1060 is equals to AD by FD, wherein 1060 says that it's root 3. AD is 20, FD you need to find. So therefore the value of FD you are finding is 20 by root 3 centimeter. Okay, now you have FD, you can easily substitute to find the length of a triangle, side of the triangle. Okay, so FC is equals to 20 by root 3 plus 20 centimeter, right? Now you have to find the perimeter. That means this side will be repeated 3 times. So perimeter will be 3 multiplied by 20. See, I'm taking the LCM over here. Whole divided by 3, which will be, if you can multiply 3 inside, that's totally fine. 60 plus, or if you do not want to, you can straight away cancel this out. You'll be getting root 3 multiplied by 20 plus 20 root 3 centimeters. Multiply the root 3 inside, you'll be getting 20 root 3 plus root 3 into root 3, 3 2s are 660. Okay, 20 root 3 plus 60 centimeter. Now let us rearrange that in the form of n plus n root p, which will be as follows. 60 plus 20 root 3 is equals to m plus n root p. Finding the values of m, n and p, m is equals to 60, n is equals to 20, p is 3. Addition of it gives me 60 plus 20 plus 3 is equals to 83. Okay, which will be 83. So option C satisfies my answer. Alright, I hope this question is understood to each and everyone. Now here comes the next question, wherein you have 5 cards. They have symbol of alpha, beta, gamma, delta and eta in front. Now when you reverse the card, they'll be having I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5, where you have been provided the relation between all the 5 variables. Now there's one condition. What you have to find, Pinky picks up the card which is the largest integer. Okay, I'm giving you one example with the cards having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 on its backside, and in the front alpha, beta, gamma, eta and delta. You have to pick a card in random which would have the highest integer. Okay, but the condition is all the integers will be different. Okay, you will be having different integers. So you have to find amongst 5, I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5, which is the greatest integer. The hint over here is each and every card is having different positive integer. Okay, you can solve them by linear equation, by substitution method or by elimination method. Later on, I'll give you one example. What you can do is you can solve by I5. Okay, substitute a value for I5. Let's say you are taking I5 is equals to 4. You check for it. Okay, you don't want to take 4, go by 1. Okay, if I5 1 square is equals to, hints are, if you are taking I5 as 1, then I5 square should be equals to I4 by 2. 1 is equals to I4 by 2. So you'll be getting the value of I4 as 2. Then later on solve for I3, I2 and I1 and check. Are you getting different values for all 5 integers? And that too, as you have to obtain the values in the integer form. Decimals won't go. Different values are also to be obtained. So if C1 is satisfying, check with all the values. If 1 not, go by 2, go by 3 and then later on. Okay, or you can use by the elimination method as well. Okay, substitution and elimination will also work. If you are going by this, you will be obtaining that delta card or I4 is the greatest values obtained. Okay, that means out of 5 cards, I4 has the greatest value of its integer form. Alright, moving to the next question. Here you have been provided with the expression which you have to solve it directly, but it has greater numbers again. So let's assume something. Okay, so what should we assume here? 333 is getting repeated, 333 and 334. So let us assume, or if you want to take x is equals to 333, you can do that as well, or you can substitute 334 as 333 plus 1 as well. Okay, that's totally up to you. So here I'm considering x is equals to 333, which would actually say substituting something does not make the calculation different it's just easier and it makes less lengthy solution. Okay, so 2 multiplied by x cube plus x plus 1 whole cube minus of 3 into x square multiplied by x plus 1 raised to 2 by 3, which will result in 2x cube plus x cube plus 3x square is 3x plus 1 minus of, I'm straight away multiplying it in the bracket. Okay, so 3x cube minus 3x square raised to 2 by 3. See, what I can cancel out from here is I can cancel out 3x cube, 2x square, 2x cube plus x cube gives me 3x cube, so this would be cancelled out over here. Okay, let's cancel it out in the next step. 3x square, 3x square, 3x cube minus 3x cube plus 3x plus 1 whole raised to 2 by 3. We are obtaining 3x plus 1 whole raised to 2 by 3. Now we cannot solve it further. Okay, so let us bring our x back to the question. So 3 into 333 plus 1 raised to 2 by 3. What I'm obtaining is 999 plus 1, which is 1000 raised to 2 by 3. If I take the cube root of 1000, I'm getting 10. 10 square is equals to 100, which satisfies my option A. Alright, easy. See, by again repeating by substitution, your solution will be less lengthier, otherwise there would be no change. If you want to go directly, you can, but it is time consuming. Alright, moving forward. How many 2-digit primes have both their digits prime? So here you have to check for the 2-digit prime numbers. So you can start with the numbers as, like I'm just taking the 2-digit numbers. So 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and on, right? So you will be taking up 2-digit numbers. But the condition is they should have both digits as prime. Here, if I just start with the, see, these are the initial numbers. I haven't written all the numbers up to 100. Like before 100, I haven't written, right? But if you write so, you'll be getting a few numbers, like up to end you'll be getting, last number would be 97. Okay, up to 97 you will be getting all the prime numbers up to that would be for 2 digits. If you check for individual digit, both the digits should be prime. One is neither prime nor composite. Here again, one is neither prime nor composite. If I check for 23, yes, that might be the perfect bit. So 23 would be one of my answer. Then later on, you will have, let's say 53. You have one more number, 73, right? So in that way, we have identified that out of 2-digit prime numbers, you have 4 prime numbers where both the digits are prime, right? Which satisfies your option B. I hope you all understood up to here. First of all, you have to find the prime number, 2-digit prime numbers, okay? Later on, you have to check that which prime number is having both the digits prime, okay? Now, the next question says that the positive integer a, b, c, d satisfy the equation ab by dc is equals to 3. Then, which of the following number could not be the value of the product a, b, c, d? That means amongst option, which won't be the product? So, let us solve the equation further. ab by dc is equals to 3 gives you ab is equals to 3 dc. Okay, now see, I have to obtain the value of this product ABCD, right? So I need one more CD over here multiplying DC on both the sides. So I'm getting ABCD is equals to 3 DC square, or multiplying DC on both the sides. Which means ABCD should be such a number that the product of ABCD should be such a number that it should be multiplied, like 3 should be multiplied with the square number, with a perfect square number. When 3 is multiplied, you are obtaining ABCD. Okay, so let us verify our options that which of the following is not satisfying. Okay, which could be not the product of the ABCD. So if we divide 48 by 3, if we divide 48 by 3, you will be getting 16, which is a perfect square. It's 4 square, right? So 3 multiplied by 4 square, 48, which actually satisfies ABCD, is equals to 3 into DC square. Same, 75 divided by 3, it's 25. Okay, again 25 is a perfect square over here. So 3 multiplied by 5 square gives you 75. If you see 192, you'll divide it by 3, you are getting 64. So 3 multiplied by 8 square is equals to ABCD, or 192. But your last option 420, if you divide it by 3, you are getting 140, which is really not a perfect square. Okay, it's not a perfect square. So our option D does not satisfy ABCD is equals to 3 into DC square or this particular equation. Okay, I hope you all understood the questions. Was it easy? Yes, I know the paper was a bit challenging, but I hope you all understood each and every question very well. Do let us know in comments how was it. Thank you everyone, and we do end our session over here.